Nice job. Come on. Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is March 28th. It is Tuesday, 2023. A little more overcast today, a little cooler today. Next couple days supposed to be a little cooler, which no big deal, but just sharing the information with you. You know, I want to talk about, okay, so I've been debating how I want to do this video because, of course, we have to be really careful, unfortunately, because even though, you know, well, you know how things are on here. Some things can be talked about, some things cannot be talked about. We're very restricted on what we can say and what we cannot say. But I want to give you a scenario of something, and I want to kind of throw it at you and see what you think, and we're going to kind of go from there. If I had a platform, we're going to speculate here, folks. This is all speculation, okay? This is all speculation. This is not accusing anybody of doing anything, but I think that it's interesting how this thing works, okay? So if I had a platform and I had certain political views, and I didn't like other people's political views. So, I decided, you know what? Well, we can even go back. Let's go back a little bit further here, right? Let's go back to the last election cycle, not the one that just happened, the one before, where Trump beat Hillary, and there was all this talk of, the Russians interfered with the election and all this type of thing, right? We remember all that? I mean, I do. And so all of a sudden, after the president was elected and he became in office, there seemed to be at that point a crackdown, if you will. I'm not saying that there was, but it seemed to be a crackdown of people that had a certain political view. So channels started being restricted. Strikes were given to folks. Views were down. So how would I? Okay, let's go back to what. So that's what happened back then. All right. So what would I do if I wanted to exert my control over the situation? Right. Well, what I would do if it was me, I would start unsubscribing subscribers to channels. So, you're subscribed to a channel, maybe you like it, we all get distracted with other things, and then all of a sudden, you're not getting notifications for that channel anymore or getting any information, but you don't think about it because, you're busy with your life and stuff like that, and you've been unsubscribed, right? Also, I would do shadow banning if it was me. I'm not saying that it's being done. I'm just saying that that's what I would do. I would do shadow banning. So people would put, their videos up, and I know that you have your bell icons hit for all notifications, but I don't think I'm going to notify everybody that your video is up. So I'm going to limit how many people are notified that your video is up, which, that's another way of doing things. I'm going to restrict your access. Your channel is not going to be one of those channels that's out front anymore. I'm not going to put you out front anymore. I'm going to make sure that, people can't find your content as easily, right? So if somebody just searching the net looking for information, they're not going to be able to find you. I'm going to tell you what, guys. And I'm going to go based on my own experience, and I'm not crying in my milk. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just saying I'm going to share with you from my own experiences of what has happened with my channel, okay? Now, I've been on YouTube for, 11 years, something like that now. It's in that range, maybe 11, 12. I'm not 100% sure. And channel was juggernaut along, doing great. Growing. And then all of a sudden, it was like somebody put the freaking brakes on. I would put up a video, and I'm just going to give you an example. I would put up a video, and in the first hour, I would have 2,000 views on that video. In the first hour. That's not anymore. That is not anymore. You know, it's, I feel as though that, you know, and I know it's happening across the board with a lot of channels on YouTube. I know that a lot of people, you know, they're not, you know, and then of course YouTube changed the rules where you had to have so many subscribers and so many watch hours before you could monetize, because everybody and their brother was going on small channels getting monetized and starting to make money off of YouTube. So then YouTube changed that part of it, okay? I just find it interesting that content creators are the ones that make YouTube their money. I mean, you know, we're part of that solution, not the problem. And because maybe they don't like what we're putting out, then there becomes issues. You know, you can go and you'll see all the mindless, senseless nonsense in the forefront on these channels. But what you don't see is, you know, anybody that has, you know, pertinent questions or trying to get things figured out, trying to engage and help people and stuff like that. Those channels are, you know, having issues. You look at all the YouTubers that have gone away now. I mean, there was a lot of YouTubers that were there when I first started. They're long gone. They got disgruntled. They got, you know, frustrated, irritated, and they just said, screw it, I'm not doing it anymore. And, you know, and so is that the goal? Is that the goal? And like I said, I'm not saying that it's being done. All I know is what's happened to me. I had somebody yesterday made a comment. They said, I wondered where you had gone. I wasn't getting any notifications, and I hadn't realized I had been unsubscribed. Now, if they didn't unsubscribe themselves, my question would be, who unsubscribed them to the channel? You know? My channel, like I said, it was growing great, doing really, really well. It's about, God, when did I hit 100,000 subscribers? I hit 100,000 subscribers last year, and went right up real quick, hit 107,000, and then what you guys have seen, it has stopped there. I peaked out at 107,353 subscribers. I went all the way back down after that to 106,800 and something, and then it started going back up again slowly, and the views started going back up again. Well, it just got switched up again. Started losing subscribers. So like right now I'm at 107,143, I believe is the latest count, the last that I looked. And that trend is starting to happen that way again now. And like I said, the views are obviously way down. Obviously that makes my money way down. You know, and so it is amazing to me. You're going to tell me that my channel sucks so bad, that it's such a horrible channel, that I've lost basically a couple hundred subscribers over the last 8 months? Does that make any sense? You know, it doesn't. It doesn't. Not to me, it doesn't. You know, so, you know, I'm just trying to share what I've always shared, show the journey, the adventures of living off grid. I have an opinion. You know, and even that has been greatly redacted and restricted, because if I talk about certain subjects, I will receive a strike. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. If I base an opinion, folks, okay, I want you to remember this, okay? If I base an opinion on an event that happened, whatever that event may be, if it is an event that they have determined, and that's the people in charge of, you know, YouTube, that they don't want you talking about that, you're going to get a strike. And if it goes against what they say happened, or they say was going on, or whatever, you know, the narrative is pushed out there. I mean, heaven forbid that you actually think for yourself. I mean, that's a terrible thing. How dare you think for yourself? You have to think what you are told to think. And my thought is, because I am outspoken, because I do say it like it is, because I don't sugarcoat stuff, because I'm not some crazy lunatic racist individual, and I treat everybody the same. You can't have that. How do you keep people fighting amongst each other when you have somebody preaching, if you will, if you want to call it preaching tolerance, teaching peace, teaching working together? That's what I've tried to do. I believe we should be working together. I've talked about it more than enough on here, you know what I mean? And so it does get a little frustrating, and it gets irritating, and that's kind of where I'm at with what's going on with YouTube. It gets really, really old. Is there censorship on YouTube? I will let you guys determine that, if there is or if there's not. I just know what has happened to me, and I know I'm not alone. I know it's across the board. A lot of platforms, a lot of people's channels, even the bigger channels that have been around for a long time, they're seeing a decrease. So does that mean what? YouTube decided, well, we're going to keep the money? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But I know, that a lot of people on YouTube have taken a serious hit as far as financially. You may think that this is easy, coming on here every single day, trying to figure out what to talk about, what to say. There's only so many things that you can say. You know what I mean? So that's why I try to, mix it up with, sharing what we're, sharing with what we're doing here. Like the pavilion, we're building this pavilion. This is going to be awesome, when we get this thing squared away. And, it's, showing you what putting a group together and how it actually can work. You get all these negative people, and again, with the negative people, are they really just somebody that's got nothing better to do in their life than to be a miserable person? Or are they put out there to try to cause dissension and cause people to have, question, well, why are you doing this and stuff like that? It's just, who knows? I mean, it's just, it can be maddening at times. They preach tolerance, right? YouTube preaches tolerance, but are they really tolerant, right? How come? So here's a question that I would have. How come, if I say the wrong thing, or what they deem, let me rephrase that. If I say what they deem is the wrong thing, I'm going to be punished. But some piece of crap can come on here and say all kinds of foul things day after day after day, and you can report them to YouTube, and guess what they're going to do? They're not going to do anything. I've dealt with that too. I've reported people, and that's when I just started blocking everybody, when because it was just, YouTube did nothing. They didn't do anything. And then, heaven forbid, try to get a hold of somebody from YouTube to have a discussion. Forget about that. All right, guys, I'm venting now, and I'm frustrated, and so I'm going to jump off. But I'm not going anywhere. I don't plan on going anywhere. I plan on continuing to do what I do. And whoever watches it, and whoever doesn't. But anyway, remember, folks, we truly are all in this together. We're one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we truly will be in much, much better shape. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that's going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will talk to you all later. I hope everybody's having a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.